Hey guys, Cycle here. I'm coming to you guys with a deck profile today. It's again another non-meta deck that I make competitive. That's my claim to fame. I make non-meta decks and make them competitive. You saw my last deck profile; it was Nordics. This deck profile, it's a it's an archetype that's been forgotten for a long time, and I'll show you one card. It's Fabled. So I'm going to give you guys my Fabled deck profile. Okay, first, we have Trick Grimrow. Discard Grimrow from your deck, or from your hand to the graveyard. You can get a Fabled from your deck to your hand if you control another Fabled. Next, I have 3 Ganassia. Ganassia is just there for beaters and make instant level 5s in synchro plays. I run 3 Cruise. Cruise, when she's discarded from the hand to the graveyard, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Fable from your graveyard that is not her. I run 3 Chala. Discard a Fable from your hand, special summon him, and the Fable will get their effect because they're discarded. Speaking of discarded Fables that get their effect, 3 Cerberol. When he's discarded from the hand to the graveyard, he gets special summoned. 2 Kashano. 3 is a little overkill. And Kashano's effect is you can discard a Fabled monster from your hand to the graveyard to add him to your hand if he's in the graveyard. Next I run 2 Fables that are seen in the meta. Fabled Raven. And what meta is Fabled Raven in? Dark Worlds. Next, Double Veiler. Hand trap staple in this format. Honest, because all the monsters in this deck are light types, except for one, that's Singing. No, I don't run DLS because I don't have it. I only have 1 dark target, so there's no real point. Next, spells. People only run 2 of this, I run 3. MST. Staples, Heavy Storm. I main Forbidden Chalice instead of Sided, because I don't have lands. If I had lands, I'd main lands instead of Chalice. Foolish sets Kashano in the grave, so I can use his effect. Staple Reborn, Staple Darkhold, Pot of Avarice, return the monsters back, card destruction. It's a discard deck, so Pot of Duality, Monster Reincarnation, and Book of Moon. That's it for the spells. For the traps, Solemn Brigade, 2 Warning and a Judgment, Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, Mind Crush. That's it. If you get the adverse effect, it still helps you. Phoenix Chain, and Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Why Phoenix Wing? Because you have to discard, and you bounce something back to the hand. And with Phoenix Wing, you discard a Fable, they get their effects, even if it has a cost. It has to be discarded from your hand, then the Fables will get their effects. Now, for my extra deck, level 5s I run, Magical Android. It's a replacement for Catastor because I don't have a Catastor. Sorry. Teaching Hyper Librarian. 2 Fabled Raging. There's a level 5s. Level 6s, Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. Iron Chain Dragon. Replacement, when I get better synchros. Brionic. Actually abusable with Fables. Ancient Fairy Dragon, level 7. Black Rose. RDA. RDA is a replacement for Scrap Dragon. When the tins come out, I'm going to put Scrap Dragon in here instead of Red Dragon. Stardust. And the only level 10 in this deck is 1 Fabled Leviathan. Leviathan's effect is when he's destroyed, I believe, or destroyed and sent to the grave, I select 3 Fabled monsters from my grave and add them to my hand. And I run 3 Exceeds. Number 17, Leviathan Dragon. Rhinosaurus, and Utopia. That was the extra deck. I'm going to show you guys my side deck. One, Trans Archfiend. Gives you discards and he gains attack 500 attack. And you would usually discard a Fabled monster with him. So the Fabled monster would get their effect. Jarrell, big shout out to you. Thank you for bringing out the value of this card. 2 Doom Caliber Knight. You guys don't already know, Jarrell with Pro Winston mained 2 Doom Caliber Knight in his Chaos Dragon deck. And he took 3rd place at Nats. Congrats, Jarrell. 1 King Tiger Wango for Injectors. Victoria for Chaos Dragons. Dust Tornado for Final Countdown. And decks that run a lot of back rows. Thunder King. Raiko. Gemini Imps for Dark Worlds. Kaiku. Trap Hole for Injectors. So no Dragonfly plays. You would set the Trap Hole, they go summon Dragonfly. You'd go Trap Hole. Dragonfly would die, no effect would activate. 3 DD Crows. And goes in match. Okay, that's been my Fabled deck. If you have any comments, what you think I should take out, what you think I should add, tell me in the comments down below. I will take your considerations, you know. Anything you guys want me to do to make this deck better, I'll do it. Because I do want to run this competitively. This and my Nordics are going to be my competitive decks. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, YouTube. And remember, only you have the power to control the mind. Thanks, guys. Peace. And, oh, one more thing. If you guys have heard, I'm a big sports fan. And you know that the NCAA has issued allegations on Penn State, issuing a 4-year ban for the postseason. And they removed Joe Paterno's statue from their campus, as well as they took his name off of the library, which he donated $4 million of his own money into. And they wiped out his wins from the year 1998 to 2011, making him no longer the winningest coach in NCAA history. The winningest coach in NCAA history is now Bobby Bowden. Again. So, I will leave a link to the NCAA page on the description bar. Call them, leave an angry message about Penn State. Tell me that I'm not the only one who's pissed off about Penn State. Because I am a Penn State alumni. I was at Penn State Berks for 3 years. And I feel like this is way too much. Way too much to do to Penn State. I think it was a rushed reaction, and I think it was not the right decision. So, anyway, enough about that. So, I'll leave the NCAA link down below. Call them, leave an angry message like I did, and hopefully they'll change their minds. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And again, I'll say this. Only you have the power to control the mind. Peace, YouTube.